Welcome. Now, we're continuing with the previous module, and we're talking about critical security control number 3, but there are a few more controls in the CSE3. So let's talk about them in this module, and in the next graphic, we'll have a look at the overall structure once again. So as we had discussed, we are in CSE3 right now in this module, and after this module, in fact, we will talk about vulnerability assessment and then controlled use of administrative privileges. Now, for control number 3.5, it says that use file integrity checking tools to ensure that critical system files, including sensitive system and application executables, libraries, and configurations have not been altered. So here, what we're saying really is that while we are using the file integrity tools, we must make sure that critical system utilities and files are not changed as well, because that could indicate that there is something wrong or there has been a breach of the system security. And the reporting system should have the ability, and here we're talking about the file integrity tool reporting system, that should have the ability to account for routine and expected changes, highlight and alert on unusual or unexpected alterations, show the history of configuration changes over time, and identify who made the change, including the original logged-in account in the event of a user ID switch, such as with the su or sudo command in Linux. And these integrity checks should identify suspicious system alterations such as owner and permissions changes to files or directories, the use of alternate data streams, which could be used to hide malicious activities. So a lot of detail here on the file integrity checking which needs to be performed on the systems. And the introduction of extra files into key system areas, which could indicate malicious payloads left by attackers or additional files inappropriately added during batch distribution processes. So here we need to be very, very careful that the critical areas in the file structure of the operating system, there is no change, there is no unauthorized change, and any of these patterns that this control from CIS is mentioning could indicate that there is some kind of a malicious activity which is going on. 3.6, implement and test an automated configuration monitoring system that verifies all remotely testable secure configuration elements and alerts when unauthorized changes occur. So here what we're really saying is that in order to secure the configurations for hardware and software, number one, you need to have a secure image, which is the hardened image. Whenever you need to deploy that operating system or that software, you need to pick up the hardened image, you need to place it in a secure repository, and we need to, on the server, we need to make sure that that is a secure server. And not only that, but you need to have file integrity checking tools on the repository, which is storing the secure images, and on the systems in the directory and in the hierarchy of the operating system to make sure that there are no unauthorized changes happening. And here, now we're talking about implementing an automated configuration monitoring system, because you probably have dozens or hundreds or even thousands of computers and servers in your enterprise. So without automation, it'll be very difficult to track that if the configuration has been changed. So we need to have a system which can monitor that. This includes detecting new listening ports, new administrative users, changes to group and local policy objects where applicable, and new services running on the system. So all of those changes should be detected by a configuration management system. And one such tool, for example, is the tool which tests configuration. It's the tool which is developed by Center for Internet Security and which is called CAT Pro. So you can go onto the website and this tool is available, but there's a cost to it. Whenever possible, use tools compliant with the Security Content Automation Protocol SCAP, in order to streamline reporting and integration. Now, SCAP is in an excellent framework which is developed by NIST, the organization NIST, and what they have done is that they have developed a complete protocol and a complete framework and ecosystem on how to configure and how to automate the checking or validation that the security configuration is accurate. And we will talk about SCAP in a later module. Deploy system configuration, this is Control 3.7. Deploy system configuration management tools such as Active Directory group policy objects for Microsoft Windows, or Puppet for Unix systems. Now, Puppet, if you go to puppet.com, this is an equivalent type of configuration management tool like we have for Active Directory under group policy objects. So the ease here is under group policy objects, what you can do is that you can place a system under a new organizational unit or OU, and whenever you add a machine to that OU, it'll adopt the configuration that you have set for the group policy object or the OU. And similarly, you can do this for Unix and Linux with the Puppet software. That will automatically enforce and redeploy configuration settings to systems at regularly scheduled intervals. They should be capable of triggering redeployment of configuration settings on a scheduled, manual, or event-driven basis. And it's very important for system administrators in order to get a good grasp of how to automate the push out of secure configuration on either Windows through group policy objects or the organizational OU unit, and under Puppet with the help of the Puppet open source tool for Unix and Linux systems. That's all that we have for this module. Thank you.